820, 24, yeah, with the geezer here, geezer here. Gave you one story about previous life. I'll give you another story. Different industry, different part of the country. Now, a gator, an alligator, usually maximum growth 8 feet, 6 to 8 feet. Mature adult 8 feet, usually. If you go to the zoo, you see them 8 feet normally. Now and then, you're going to see a rather large alligator. I was initiated with a rather large alligator. Now, this alligator had a pristine life, though. Now, you have to understand pristine life. It was a he. His name was Stanley. For whatever reason, they named him Stanley. Stanley was a big boy. They tried to catch Stanley a couple times. They couldn't. He destroyed all the traps. Stanley lived in an environment where the water temperature was 97 degrees year around, which when the water temperature is 97 degrees year round, the plant life grows to be big. The fish that eat the plants grow to be big. The alligator grows to be big. Okay? That's what goes on. And he's in an unrestricted area of so many acres, so he's going to goes where he wants. And pond to pond, river, stream, river. Ample food supply. And I run across Stanley in the middle of the night. And I look out on the water and I see these two eyes, eye shine, and it kind of spread apart. And I'm not a hunter and I'm not a fisherman, and I'm thinking, well, it's probably an alligator. But the alligator followed me wherever I went. So wherever I went on that pier, he went. He was out quite a ways, maybe 50 yards, I guess. But he would just follow me around. So like my guardian angel, whatever. Anyhow, I go back, I report what's going on. Oh, yeah, Stanley's out there. And wait till you see Stanley in daylight. In the daylight. I don't think I want to see Stanley in the daylight. So I see Stanley in the daylight. Now, that was a big alligator. That was the biggest animal I ever saw up to that time in my life, zoo or no zoo. That was a big reptile. That wasn't 8 feet. That wasn't 10 feet. It was twice 8 feet. 16, at least 16. Now, people said, oh, wait, it's a 16-foot alligator and you're hallucinating. Years later, Stanley died. They found Stanley dead. They went down to retrieve Stanley. They had a 16-foot trailer. And Stanley's on the trailer. They have him on the trailer. His snout is up in the front. They have him laid out. Now his tail is off the trailer by about a foot. So he's 17 right there. But his tail's cut. So the estimate was he was a 20-foot alligator. The estimate he was missing about 4 feet of his tail. So it's a 20-foot alligator, not a 16-foot alligator, and certainly not an 8-foot alligator. And he was broad. This is a 16-foot trailer, right? They're about, what is it? He's in there. I mean, he had the whole trailer. There was no, his paws were, huge. And he had all his paws, claws. He was big, real big. 16 feet. Now just think meeting him in the wild. I don't think so. I saw him go from one side of the road to the other side of the road. I was in a 3/4-ton Dodge pickup truck, and I'm like, there's no way. He hits me, I'm going to turn over. He's going to get me. Huge. Just absolute monster. So when swamp people's out getting alligators that are 13, 14 feet, yeah, well, get that 16-footer, Bubba. Because this boy, he was up there, way up there. Now, he's on a trailer, he's dead. He's there, the trailer's down because of the weight. I mean, anyhow, there's a story about a gator that I don't mind sharing with you. Thanks for tuning in.